and welcome to this week's Oracle card reading for week commencing the 23rd of April 2018. Thank you so much for joining me here today. We're going to pull our 3 cards to symbolise the beginning, the middle and the end of this week to see what energies are working with us and to see how we can navigate our lives this week. So we have our first card there. The cards that I'm using this week are the Angel Heart Sigils cards by Stuart Pearce. I really love these because they give us a sigil in an image that we can meditate upon if we wish to. So that might be something you want to do in the middle of this video as well, when the card appears, just to sort of focus on the sigil in the middle of the image. So we have our second card, and we're just patiently waiting for our third and final card for this week. Okay, great. There we go. So the first card that comes up for us this week, we're working with Archangel Jophiel, and the word on the card is awe. We're going to be awe-inspired somehow this week. This could mean that it could be in a romantic setting. I'm getting a feeling of a lot of romance this month for both people that are in a relationship and if we're single as well. There's a romantic vibe going on, let's put it that way. But so it could be in awe of someone that we meet. Perhaps we meet someone that just sweeps us off our feet and, you know, ticks every box for us, and we're just in awe of this miracle of meeting this person. That could very well be something that happens to some of us this week. But it could also be we're just in awe of something, seeing the beauty within the world. In a world where there is so much pain and hurt happening on a daily basis, for sensitive people, that is very, very, very hard to stomach. And a lot of us lately, quite frankly, will be wanting to, waking up out of bed and feeling very down, feeling perhaps that we even want to cry because of the pain and suffering that is in the world. Let's not deny that fact, Life isn't all rainbows and unicorns. Even when we're working with an angelic energy, even when we're working with the divine, there are challenges on this planet. But the beginning of this week suggests that we start to turn our focus towards the good in the world, because there is a lot of good in this world. There is a lot of love in this world, a lot of kindness in this world. The joy of a parent when their child takes their first few steps, or when we get that job, or when we earn that certificate, or whatever it may be, when we see that beautiful flower popping up because it's spring, at least in the northern hemisphere, and just being in awe of that. So finding something at the start of this week that we can really connect to, that we can be awe-inspired by, and that's just going to really lift our vibration, because the world needs more high vibes in it. And if we get so bogged down with the bad stuff, okay, that's putting it in a very sort of not meaning to sort of diminish what is happening, but we have to have a balance of focus. We have to. That's the only way things are going to change. So we have to find things to be really satisfied with the start of this week, really grateful for, happy with. That is gonna shift the energy. It might sound like a very, very small thing, but it has a big effect. It has a ripple effect. So as we move into the middle of the week, we're working with Archangel Jophiel, known as the Angel of the Moon. And the card is Innocence. Again, this could mean a variety of different things for all of us, but what I'm getting and what I'm feeling from this card is that no matter what mistakes we've made, because we have all made them, believe it or not, the people we've hurt, I'm sure, we've all hurt somebody. We've all been hurt by somebody. Some of us have made terrible mistakes in, the eyes of others. But we all do have an inner innocence in the eyes of the divine. We are a perfect child in the eyes of the divine. And we have to remember that within ourselves. So if we're being too hard on ourselves, if we're sort of berating ourselves or holding on to things of the past that we feel bad about, this card is asking us just to release, let go of that guilt, let go of that shame, let go of that hurt. We are innocent in some ways in that universal, in God's eyes, basically. And we have to remember that we are that beloved child, because we have that love given to us so freely. We've just got to reach out and accept it and begin to forgive ourselves for anything that we feel we've messed up on, basically, in the past. There's always a chance for a new start. And as we move into the end of the week, we have Jophiel, and the card is reconciliation. Maybe a past lover is going to come back into our lives in some way, and there's some sort of reconciliation. But I really do feel this is more, it's not so much about becoming best friends again with someone we've lost contact with, whether that's a family member or family members, you know, whoever it is that we've lost contact with, whoever it is that we've fallen out with. I think there's a chance for a connection and a sweetness there, but I'm not necessarily getting the feeling that it's just all going to be, you know, hunky-dory. But there is some kind of resolution and understanding, maybe the beginnings of mending a relationship. So it's not just going to happen overnight, but this reconciliation is important because that's the first step, and it's actually going to make us feel very uplifted. And a lot of that pain that we've been carrying around, potentially about not having certain people in our lives, can start to be broken down and diminished because we have this reconciliation. Even if it's just an email or a text message that comes out of the blue, can make us feel quite settled, actually, and think to ourselves, okay, there is chance that these relationships can at least be healed in some way. So, intense week, lots of love going on. You know, we're finding out about what we can be in awe of, where we can put our positive focus, remembering that we are innocent. You know, we have an inner innocence, regardless of mistakes that we've made. And there's some sense of reconciliation at the end of the week. So that might put a smile on some of our faces, might make some of us feel a little bit apprehensive. But know that the angels are working with us, you know, whichever end of that spectrum we fall on, and that we're not alone in that process. So I hope that you've enjoyed the reading this week. Thank you so much for joining me every week. I really do appreciate it. If you did feel inclined to like, share, or subscribe to this channel, that would mean so much to me. Until we speak again next week, I'm sending you so much love. Lots of love, Alyssa.